Bro, do y'all remember the rap game? The rap game was a show based around a group of kids battling for a so-so deaf contract. The show ran for about 5 seasons over the course of 3 years between 2016 and 2019. Between these 3 years, they tried to produce 5 stars. The first star being the winner of season 1, Miss Mulatto, a 17-year-old rapper from Columbus, Ohio at the time. But most of y'all already know who that is. The next rapper that tried to produce was the winner of season 2, a rapper named Lil Mani, a 16-year-old rapper from LA, California. The third rapper being the winner of season 3, a 16-year-old rapper from Pennsylvania named Nova. And the fourth rapper being the winner of season 4, of course, named Street Bud, a 12-year-old rapper from ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. And the last rapper, the winner of season 5, was a female named Tyelre Reign from LA, a 16-year-old rapper, man. But what happened to these young artists that signed a so-so deaf thinking that was finna blow up off of the contract they signed? Where they at now? Almost 5 years later. Let's tap in with Miss Mulatto, the winner of season 1. Alright, so obviously Miss Mulatto, as y'all know is Lotto nowadays, was the biggest star to ever come from the rap game. And her being the first winner of the rap game really does make sense. But coming into the rap game, Miss Mulatto really didn't need the contract or the publicity, because Miss Mulatto was really already a big name. She just needed time to actually develop. And once she developed, you see that she blew up into a star. Because now she's Big Lotto. She Money Lotto. She a A-list celebrity now. So like really, winning the rap game only boosted her career to even higher heights. And her being on the show really didn't do anything for her career, but just a small little tidbit. And that's evident because after winning the show, you are offered a contract by So Def, and she actually declined the contract. And she talks about why she declined the contract on the Vlad TV episode. Check this out.
At the end of the show, you win and you get offered a record deal with So Def.
Right.
But you turn it down.
Yeah, I definitely turned that down.
Okay, so why did you turn it down?
Okay, so my dad has always been a businessman. He was an entrepreneur all my life. So he was so many different hustles, like I told you, drag racing, in the music, with the cars, da da da. So he always instilled that within me growing up. So I never even though I was a kid in the industry, I never conducted myself like a kid. I took everything for what it was. I was never starstruck or anything like that. So in offering me a deal, right after I'm off a hit TV show, mind you, I win a lot of money when I win the show, regardless if I sign or anything. That's from Lifetime. I win a lot of money from the show.
Okay, can you say how much you won?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I win a lot of money from the TV show, straight off a hit TV show. I had already built a fan base, a strong social media following. I'm already booking shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm already here. So in order for me to take a deal, it needs to be here. You get what I'm saying? You feel it? You're catching the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It would just have to be something extraordinary. And being that after I won the TV show, I took some of my cash and invested it, and you know what I'm saying? It's too many money flows right now. Like I can ride this independent route for a minute. So if you're not offering this, I'm not even gonna sit down and have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it was.
Alright, man. So as you can see, it wasn't no beef. It wasn't no, argument between Jermaine Dupri and Miss Lotto. It was just she didn't feel it was the right opportunity for her, so she went on a different path. And now look at her. She A-list celebrity. She charting on the charts, on the top 100 chart. She did take the chain though, and then she did return for future seasons as special guests to assist with the future competitors of the show and challenges and stuff like that. So she did end up returning for the show. It wasn't no bad blood between her and Jermaine Dupri. It was just that she didn't like the opportunity that they was handing her, so she went on a different pathway. One thing I forgot to mention is that Jermaine Dupri actually did speak about the situation about Miss Mulatto refusing the contract, and he spoke about it basically saying that if he wanted to, he could have made her sign a contract, because she signed a contract basically when she signed up for the show. I don't really know all the legal paperwork behind that, if it's true or not, but I'm finna play the clip. You let me know.
We've had Miss Mulatto on Black TV, and she won the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And when I asked her why she didn't sign with you, she kind of gave she skipped around the answer a little bit, kind of said that just the situation wasn't the best for her.
Yeah, all our artists are signed though. It's not even a situation. They don't just come on that TV show for free.
Oh, so she was signed before she even came on the show?
Yeah, they all get signed. It's just, a TV show artists when they go on these TV shows, they sign over their rights as, that's part of being on these shows. You ever watch American Idol and people like, Simon's gonna still put out this person even though this person doesn't win? They signed to him.
Okay, so you signed her ahead of time along with everyone else.
It's a TV show, so the artist, when you sign up for this is things that you have to, that comes along with it.
But she started putting out music independently.
Yeah.
Do you just allow that to happen because you're not tripping?
100%.
Okay.
I'm from the rap world, and I know how rap works.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And at the same time, I know that Vlad TV didn't know who Miss Mulatto was until she was on the Rap Game.
True.
So therefore, let these artists build up their resume.
So if you wanted to be a hard-nosed businessman, you could basically say, okay, all these songs.
Yeah, I could have. This was a while back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was on the first season.
Yeah.
I'm on 5 now.
So, man, as y'all know, Mulatto continued to make music under independent. She's independent currently. She's not signing So Def. She's not signing nobody. My fault, gang. She signed on RCA Records, a Sony Entertainment record label. Of course, it's a lot of record labels ran by Sony, but she signed to RCA Records. My fault. So y'all know how her career panning out. But let's hop to somebody else's career. Lil Mani. Man, Lil Mani, he now goes by Money the Don. But when he was on the show, he was a 16-year-old rapper that already had genes of rapping already in him, with his mother being a singer for a group called Queens of Compton. I ain't never heard of it. If y'all heard of it, let me know down in the comments if they was good or not. But she was a member of Queens of Compton, and his father was allegedly a former rapper. So he already had genes of rapping in him. But in the show, he was basically at the bottom of the hit list every week. If you watch the show, he was at the bottom of the hit list every week, and he was really about to go home, but he got cosigns from people like Snoop Dogg and Lil Bow Wow, basically saying he had traces of them in him. Like, he was really an upcoming rapper, a really good rapper. So he really got cosigns from Snoop Dogg and them, basically keeping his spot in the house for the rap game. But he ended up winning the rap game because of his last performance. His last performance was caught the eye of Jermaine Dupri, and I guess that's what really got him the So Def contract. After the show, he ended up putting out singles and records under So Def, and through that time, he also started up an entertainment brand, Fly City ENT. I couldn't really find any information about the brand, so I couldn't really tell you any information about it. But a couple years after being with So Def, he ended up leaving because due to creative differences between him and I guess the label. And after that, he ended up trying to start up more brands, clothing brands. For instance, he started up a clothing brand called Young Millionaires. I also couldn't find any information about that, so I couldn't really tell you. But his net worth is estimated to be around $16,000. But that's just on Google, so it could be more, it could be less. I don't really know. Yeah, but as I stated, man, he is still dropping music under Manny the Don. I advise you to go check it out. I can't put it in the video because it might be copyrighted. So I don't even want to, do all that. I don't even want to go through that. But I advise you to go check it out. It's decent. It's decent. I ain't gonna lie, it's decent. He most definitely an LA rapper though. I can tell you that. If you like LA music, most definitely go check him out. All right, up next, man, we got the winner of season 3. My personal favorite out of the winners, we got Nova, man. I messed with Nova when he was on the rap game. Really, like this was my first season ever watching the rap game. That's why I really think I really messed with him like that, cause he was cold at rapping. But let's see what happened after he won though. On the rap game, man, Nova was assisted by his uncle, who was also a fellow rapper and was also really a part of a label that was already ran by Nova's family. So after winning the rap game, you would think that Nova would take the opportunity of the rap game show and take that and strive even more, considering all the help and really leverage he has already in the rap game. But after following the show, after the show, they went on a summer tour, the winners of the rap game, and a couple of the co-stars on the show. And after that, he went on a couple of interviews, touring around the world, doing interviews, things of that nature, really trying to build his name and keep his name relevant in the rap game. But following the summer tour and all these interviews, it was clear to see that Nova really wasn't prepared for the rap game, and he wasn't really ready for all that came with it. Nova really was consistent with rap, following the rap game for about 2 to 3 years, but after the quarantine, he dropped his last record during the quarantine. He dropped his last album, and after the quarantine, he hasn't been the same. He hasn't dropped any new music since the quarantine, and he hasn't really been doing anything. He's been on Instagram Live, really just freestyling on Instagram Live, and you can really see his figure now. It's not the same. People is blaming it on drugs and things of that nature, but I couldn't really find no evidence of him being on substances. I know he's taking medication for his schizophrenia, but man, it's just sad to see where Nova is today, man. I hope Cuz bounce back and get on his music grind again and really find himself. But man, let's hop into the winner of season 4, Street Bud. Another semi-successful winner of the rap game. But we gonna hop into that, man. Let's check it out. Alright, man. Street Bud, who was originally born in North Carolina, he moved to Atlanta at the age of 4 for school and I guess more opportunities for his family. But every summer he would go back to North Carolina, for the summertime, and then come back to Atlanta. But Atlanta is where he really claimed he from. He claimed he from Atlanta in the show. He don't really say he from North Carolina too much. But he really started rapping at the age of like 4 to 5. He talking about he was in the backseat. He was in the backseat rapping. And one of his favorite rappers he was growing up listening to was Kanye West and Lil Wayne, which is really like a weird combo, but I ain't judging though, cuz. But he said at the age of 12 to 13 is when he really started taking rap seriously. And that's because, of course, he won the rap game. So at that point, you really got to start taking it serious. But man, let's see what happened to him after he won the rap game, though. Street Bud is the youngest winner of the rap game at only 12 years old. That's crazy, cuz was only 12 years old when he won. And really, he deserved it. Like, if you really watch the show, you know Street Bud was really fire. But man, following the show, only 2 years later, at the age of 14, he got signed to Quavo record label, Huncho Records, I think it's called. It's Huncho something. Huncho Quality Records, I think. But yeah, he got signed to Quavo at only the age of 14, and he actually did a song with Quavo at the age of 14. That's wild, man. Hey, not Quavo. Street Bud was really he was really one of them coming out for the show. But now he was managed by his mama on the show, and he's still managed by his mama to this day. His mama is still his manager, which is good. It give me like a NLE Chopper vibe. You feel me? But nah, Street Buzz really, he still dropping music to this day. He just dropped a song, I think 4 weeks ago. That's really fire. I'm telling you, that whole fire. Just listen to it. Go check it out. It's fire, for real. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. But yeah, man, Street Buzz really still making a name for himself. I feel like in a few years you gonna hear about his name. I promise you, cause he only like 17, 18, so he still got time to find his foot in the game. But in a couple of years, I promise you gonna hear about Street Buzz. All right, man, we got the last winner for the video. It's been a long video, man. I hope y'all selling this motherfucker. But listen though, we got the last winner of the show, season 5 winner, Tyelre Reign. Let's tap in on where she came from, where she is now, and everything she had to go through during the show, man. All right, at the time of the show, Tyelre Reign was a 16-year-old kid rapper from Los Angeles, California, man. But man, once she got onto the show of the rap game, man, she talked about in an interview post the show, she talked about in the interview how she struggled with her asthma attacks and her moving from LA to LA from Atlanta really affected her asthma during the challenges and what she went through during the challenges.
Here we go. You got Tyelre Reign inside the K-Day Morning Show. You're going to Atlanta, which, by the way, I feel is a great city, but it wasn't so great for you.
It wasn't, because I almost died.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like, can you break that down? Because that's a harsh word. How did you almost die?
Okay, so I have asthma, and I live in California for the past couple years now. So
Okay.
Atlanta has pollen. It has seasons there. So I went to Atlanta, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be fine. First week, I'm like coughing. I'm like, never mind. This is just allergies. Nothing's going on. But then I keep coughing. I'm like, okay, something's not right. So then I go to the hospital, and they're like, oh, I'm so glad that you came because you're only working 30% of your lungs right now. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, all this time, I've literally been working 30%. Like, I've been working off of 30% of my lungs. So I literally almost died. Wow. So my dad had to like overnight me my asthma pump, a whole bunch of medicine.
Yeah.
We had to call the doctor like, hey, she needs this now.
ASAP.
And I stayed in the hospital for 2 hours getting some breathing treatment just so I can like get my lungs back together.
And
so,
did this happen the first week in for the rap game?
for first week.
So you missed some days, obviously.
No.
So that didn't affect anything?
No, I
Okay,
kept
that's a
going.
good thing.
I
That's a
kept
good thing.
going.
Wow.
Everybody on production knew I was sick though. So it was just like, okay. But they was trying to tell me like, go, you can sit out. And I'm like, no. What does that make me look like? I'm gonna sit out.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, nah. I'm
You're a fighter,
a
man.
fighter. I'm gonna push through.
Yeah.
Like that episode when we was on the treadmill and Jermaine told me to get off, it was because like, yo, she don't look right. I was flushed and everything, and come to find out I was almost dying.
And her mother actually had, I think, a stroke. It was during the show, so she really went through a lot and still pulled through the win the show, man. So it was a lot she really did during the show that really showed how much she really cared about what she was doing and how much she cared about really winning the competition. But man, since the rap game, she continued to make music for a little while, and then she continued to do other things like making shoes and collabing with Spray Ground to make backpacks and things of that nature. But as far as today's time, she has stopped really making music. She'll do a little freestyle here and there on her Instagram or her YouTube page. But her last project was dropped over a year ago. And now she really just do DIYs and get ready with me's and things of that nature. You feel me? So it really seems like she's trying to be more of an influencer now more than a rapper. But you feel me? I hope she's successful in whatever she's trying to do in life. You feel me? But that's it for Tyelre Reign's story. Dang, that was a long ass video, man. I hope y'all niggas still here to watch this. So 20 minutes, 19 minutes. One of my longest videos I ever made, man. But it took me a little while too. It took me like 2 days to make this video. I ain't gonna lie. But man, I really hope y'all fucking with it though, man. If y'all want me to make an update about any other co-stars on the show from any season, I'll do it. Just leave it down in the comments below, and I'll do that for y'all, man. But I hope y'all niggas enjoyed the video, man. Check out this video right here on the screen. That whole file. And man, go check out some more videos. See what them hoes looking like, man. Tap in on them hoes too, man. I'm gonna see y'all niggas in the next video. Y'all like the video? Make sure y'all subscribe too though, cuz keep it cracking. I'm gonna catch up with y'all niggas later, man.